Salam, salam. Isma'ab, Wawel, or Memphis Kaduz, Mahadu, and Lak Amin. Greetings, brothers and sisters. I pray the Father is keeping you all in truth, understanding, light of love, and power of glory. Brothers and sisters, be careful of the puppets and the puppet masters. Unfortunately, a lot of people who are in a position of power these days are nothing but mere puppets. And they are controlled by puppet masters. They're not controlled by your votes. They're not controlled by love. And they're not controlled by God. They're controlled by their God, who is the ruler of this world. Yes, this world. In these times now. Sin is no longer covert. It's out in the open now. And those that have the eyes to see, they will see. Again, I say, be careful of the puppets and the puppet masters. You're going to see uprisings going on around the world. You're going to see people who are strategically placed in political positions and backed by other countries who don't even have their own countries in order. So how they're going to teach other countries how to be so-called democratic. It's easy for people to be persuaded. Blessed Ross Castro, blessed the Troll Show, blessed Dena Negda. God be with you all. The people of today are easily persuaded by public opinion because of that one-eyed demon, that television, and also the technology with the social media networks. They're able to actually manipulate a scenario or situation to make a wicked man seem righteous and a righteous man seem wicked. This is why the Father told us in those end times we must pray for the spirit of discernment. If we don't pray for the spirit of discernment, how are we going to distinguish who's serving God and who's not serving God? Who's serving their own personal agenda and who's serving the people? Right now, it's not about the people. And that is so apparent in the United States of America today with the shutdown of the government, which is the longest in history. And we got to remember what the scripture said. In the last days, we're going to reach times that's worse than ever before. There's a lot of wars that's going on right now. But the wars that's being fought, some are physical, but most of them are psychological. Psychological warfare is to confuse the people's minds with misleading concepts and or ideas. So again, who's controlling the puppet? The puppet master. Well, who's the puppet master? The ruler of this world. Satan, Apollyon. Be careful, because like the Father said, even the elect would be deceived if it were possible. Because that's how strong the illusion is going to be amongst church, a lot of churches, a lot of political parties, governments. We cannot act like we don't know the scriptures when it comes to the prophecy of judgment of these kingdoms that should rise up, especially the new kingdoms. The new kingdoms that rise up in these hours and these times to become so powerful that they go and drop bombs on the ancient lands that's mentioned in the Bible way before these newer lands. Oh yes, because Iran was mentioned in the Bible before America was. Afghanistan was mentioned in the Bible before America was. Syria's mentioned in the Bible before America was, and Great Britain, and Italy, and France, and Germany. All those countries that colonized not just most of Africa, but also the world, especially America with 122 military bases around the whole world. But these people are teaching other people about democracy. This is the reason why there's so much chaos in Africa. Because when they had gotten their independence from the 50s, 60s, 70s, so forth and up, His Majesty warned them. Now they knew when they got their freedom from these European colonizers that there were going to be some issues with running governments. But again, when you're dealing with democracy, you're dealing with capitalism. You're dealing with money. So a vote means nothing. Because if I have enough money, I can put in power who I want to put in power. Whether I have to rig the election, whether I have to pay for votes, whether I have to assassinate someone's character, even though they may be completely innocent, they now have the tools to do these things. Again, they're using the devices. That's why the Lord said, I'm going to take advantage of your inventions. Because now their God is what they create. And so, again, careful of the puppets, puppet masters. I see a lot of people praising some of these new leaders that are raising up in their station, that are elevated to higher position. A lot of people praise, oh, this is the one, this is the one, this is the one. Those who are students of prophecy, they're not deceived. They're not fooled. And we pray that you all will work in the same way. Don't let society fool you. Don't jump to judgment just because what you see on TV or what you read on the internet or what you hear in society. Because now the strong delusion, the energy that Father said will come into the earth in the last day, is here. It's manifest. It's no longer covert. It's overt. It's obvious. It's in the open. Those that have eyes, let them see. Those that have ears, let them hear. Be careful of the puppets and the puppet masters, and do not let society or the public persuade your opinion, because opinions don't matter when we stand before the judge. What matters is how we lived our life on this earth. How do we use our tongue on this earth? Do we use it to tear people down or build them up? Did we use our resources that the Father made us rich to take care of the poor, the oppressed, the elders, the widow, the fatherless, the meek? Or are we just living our lives just to live on this earth? There's a life after this earth. And those who are spiritually endowed, they know that we work on this earth to build up for us later on in Zion, in Zion. So we don't expect no accolades, we don't expect no rewards, we don't expect anything from this earth, anything but the unification of all mankind, no matter what race, color, kindred, or tongue. And I want to say one more thing before I leave here. Racism blocks the eye of consciousness. It clouds the mind. It also destroys a person's spiritual moral compass. Racism will blind you in ways that you will not see things spiritually. And I'm not talking about just black and white racism. Like, I'm talking about any type of racism against any nation, color, kindred, or tongue. There's a price that has to be paid for that. So be careful. Don't get drawn into racism, because they're slick now. The way they're using their devices now, they're very slick. Very, very slick. And a lot of times they're lying to you. Even if you go online and you go to Wikipedia, and these are supposed to be documented facts, and a lot of it is not accurate at all, especially for those who read outside of what they read on the internet. Those who keep it old school and pick up a book and read, you'll realize that everything is not what it appeared to be. Remember, Satan many times made himself look like an angel to deceive not only Adam and Eve, but all their children. He's warring against us. So everything that's glitter and everything that shines, it's not necessarily divine. Guys, have the most blessed day. Xavier Michigan, Malcolm Ken, Yehun Lilachu, Xavier Lestele. Amen. Salam, guys.